Okay, this is for 3.H.07 practical for assessing horse health. So what I need to talk about is why a horse is considered fit. Now a horse is considered fit if it's well adapted or suitable for the declared purpose, and that it is the horse is also competent to be able to perform those tasks. A fit horse is considered to be physiologically and structurally in good athletic condition. And it's healthy, it's willing, and it's able to complete the work that's being asked of it. A fit horse also has the energy and stamina to be able to carry out the work, and it should be able to remain sensible and manageable. Now, a fit horse can also needs to be in good condition, but there is a difference between a horse that is in good condition and one that is fit and in good condition. We'll talk about that a bit more in a second. Now, talking about why a horse may be unfit. A horse that's unfit is not considered to be in appropriate condition or suitable for its purpose, and it's not competent to follow out those instructions and that type of work. Also, an unfit horse would not be considered to be physiologically and structurally in good athletic condition, healthy, willing or able to complete its work with the needed stamina and energy required of it. Okay, some of the signs of an unfit horse. Its heart rate would be slower to return to normal after work, and this may also remain elevated for longer than you would expect once it's finished work. An unfit horse may have higher breathing rates during work and also afterwards, and have a slower recovery of that respiration rate as well compared to that of a fit horse. An unfit horse would be heavily sweating, and it may keep doing this after you finish the work, whereas a fit horse may not sweat as much. Obviously depends on the weather, and it will cease sweating once the work has ceased. An unfit horse would be stiff in its limbs because its muscles aren't adapted to that type of work. It could very easily become dehydrated because it's working harder than it needs to, and this would show in slow capillary refill, and also it would have discoloured mucous membranes. Now, an unfit horse may be in good body condition, however that doesn't necessarily mean it's in good athletic condition, and that's where the difference comes in between whether the horse is in good condition and fit or in good condition and unfit. Okay, now I sort of have had surgery on my leg. See? So at the moment I'm unable to go out into the paddock because I've got stitches and pins in my foot to show you the difference between body scores. However, what I've done is I've downloaded some pictures to show you, and I'll talk a bit about which each of those pictures are. Okay, this is the first picture. This is for a body score of 0. You can see that? Oh, is that working? Yep. Okay, now the reason I've considered this picture to be very poor because it has a very sunken rump. It's got a deep cavity under its tail. This horse's skin's quite tight over its bones, and its backbone and pelvis are very prominent, so they're sticking out. It has a ewe-neck, and it's very narrow and slack at the base, so this horse is in very poor condition. Okay, the next one I've got for you, so I'm just flipping through my photos here that I've got. This is I would consider a body score of 1, so it's poor. See the photo there? Sorry, I know this method isn't exactly great, but it's all I can do at the moment. Okay, now the reason I'd consider this one to be poor, because it has a sunken rump, but the skin seems to be supple still. It has a cavity under its tail, but it's not quite as bad as a horse with a body score of 0. Its ribs are easily visible and has a prominent backbone. However, its pelvis is prominent but a little bit better covered than a horse with a 0 body score. And it also has a ewe-neck, but it's not as prominent as a 0 score horse. Okay, the next one, I have a number 2, so a moderately built horse, moderate body score horse. Okay, now this horse is a fit horse, but he has a moderate body score. Now the reason I've given this horse a score of 2 is he has a narrow but firm neck. He has a flat rump either side of his backbone. His spine is covered, but you can feel it, and his ribs are covered but can easily be felt. Okay, now this horse is in this condition because he's an endurance horse, and he's also he's an Arab, and he has quite a small wiry build. So this horse is actually quite good. He's high level athlete and wins endurance rides, hence his appearance. Okay, now the next one I've got for you is a body score of 3, so this horse is in good body condition. Having a look at that. Okay, now the reason we've given this horse a body score of 3, he has no crest, his ribs are covered but can be felt, he has a rounded rump but he doesn't have a gutter, his pelvis is easily felt but isn't prominent, he's got good coverage over all of his muscles, he has a firm neck but no crest. And as you can see, this horse has already also got, I don't know if you can see in the picture, but he has good muscle development, so this horse is also fit and he's suitable for the work that he's doing. Okay, as discussed previously about what constitutes a fit horse. Okay, this is now for the next one. This is actually a horse that I'm giving a score of 3 to 4. It's the same horse as the previous one, but he's a bit heavier in condition. Okay, so in this photo. Okay, now the reason I've given him a 3 to 4 is he's got a firm neck and his rump's rounded. He's fit and able to do the task that's asked of him as he's remaining happy and behaved throughout it. He's working towards a 4 as he has the start of fat building up over his stomach, and he has a rounded rump and he has just the beginnings of a crest, so that's why we're in between a 3 to 4. I wouldn't say he's got a crest yet, but he's working towards it. It's just another shot. That one. Okay, now the next one, I'd consider this boy fat. So he's a number 4 body score. Now the reason I've given this horse a number 4 for his body score is his rump is well rounded and he's got a gutter along his back. His ribs and pelvis were hard to feel, and he has a slight crest. And as you can see, he's well covered all over his body. Okay. Alrighty, now our last one is just a picture that I've gotten off the internet, just to describe a very fat horse. So this horse, I would give a body score of 5 for being very fat. He has a very obvious crest. He has folds and lumps of fat. He has a broad back, and it's also flat. His pelvis is buried and hard to feel, and he has a bulging rump. Now this is a pony, so ponies do tend to run to the fat side. However, he could be a little bit better conditioned and get some of that weight off. Okay, so that's it for 3.H.07, assessing horse health. Thanks.